on CHMA.
The time is 9 o'clock and you're listening to CHMA 106.9 FM in Sackville, New Brunswick.
And now it's time for your CHMA News. We're broadcasting from Sackville, New Brunswick, the heart of the Maritimes and the traditional and unceded lands of the Mi'kmaq people. Coming up in the next 15 minutes, we'll have your local news, Atlantic update, weather, sports update, and some community announcements.
Hello, and welcome to CHMA's local news at 106.9 FM and CHMAFM.com. We are broadcasting from Sackville, New Brunswick, the heart of the Maritimes, on the traditional and unceded lands of the Mi'kmaq people. I'm Mike Robar. It's Tuesday, July 28th. In the news today, Fairfield Road will be closed at Carter's Brook to all traffic until tomorrow evening for a cross-culvert replacement. The closure will affect west of Carter's Brook from Civic Address 238 to 381. The full road closure is planned to start at 8 a.m. Tuesday until Wednesday, July 29th at 6 p.m. Residents have been asked to move their vehicles before construction begins to allow Bowser's Construction room to work. For safety reasons, due to heavy machinery operating on site, the municipality asks to ensure children and pets are kept at a safe distance from the active work zone at all times. In the event of a weather delay, residents will be notified. And 5 Mount Allison researchers have received a combined $250,000 in funding from the Natural Science and Engineering Research Council of Canada, otherwise known as NSERC. Announced as part of a more than $630 million investment in Canadian research, the funding comes through NSERC's Discovery Research Program. Biology professor James Baxter Gilbert has received a 5-year, $220,000 discovery grant, along with a $12,500 discovery launch supplement, to study how wildlife overcome human-caused environmental changes. Biology assistant professor Loe Jabra received a 5-year, $190,000 discovery grant and a $12,500 discovery launch supplement for his research on the effect of marine microorganisms on broader Earth systems. Mathematics and computer science professor Margaret Allen Messinger has received $132,150 over 5 years for her studies on the mathematical structures behind complex systems. Mathematics and computer science associate professor Matt Betty has received a 2-year, $44,000 discovery development grant for his data-driven models of ecological change and evolutionary systems. And physics professor Muhammad Ahmadi received $140,000 over 5 years through NSERC's Subatomic Physics Grants Program. And now, CHMA spoke with Food Bank and Second Chances Thrift Store President Kelly Taylor about the store's success as it prepares to celebrate its first birthday. It was July 2025, and Kelly Taylor had her doubts about the building that would become Second Chances Thrift Store.
It's funny, when we first discovered this location and we found out that it was available, I still remember when we had the cleaning party and we were wondering if we could ever fill up this great big empty space, and by the time we opened 2 weeks later, it was jam-packed full. It was the community it was like they were waiting to help us in some way, and they really stepped up. It was wonderful.
The store has remained full ever since, and now they're ready to celebrate, said Taylor, the president of the Sackville and District Assistance Center, which operates both the thrift store and the Sackville Food Bank.
So it's our first birthday. We're inviting everybody to come out. It's going to be Saturday, August the 1st. We're going to have hot dogs and refreshments. One of our loyal customers has a food truck. They're going to come down and sell some food from the food truck and donate some of the proceeds to the store and the food bank. We're going to have lots of yard sale tables, in-store specials, door prizes, in-store contests and stuff.
Like food banks across the country, Taylor said usage has almost doubled since the pandemic, and as the size of the population served grew, so did the operation's need for more funding.
The store came from that. We've had a social enterprise on our strategic plan for the past several years. We went to visit a lot of other thrift stores and got some ideas from them, and then we thought, well, maybe we'll put a plan together and give it a try.
Eventually, they secured the former indoor location of the Sackville Farmers Market at 18 Lawrence Street. After 2 weeks of preparing, they opened the doors for the first time on August 1st. They accepted donations on Mondays and were open Wednesday to Saturday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Since then, thanks to an increase in volunteers and paid staff, the hours have increased. First, they started staying open until 7 p.m. on Thursdays, and starting this week, they're opening on Mondays as well. Abby Spencer, a summer student who was recently hired to stay on in the fall, said the community that's come up around the store has been wonderful to see.
It's been really positive, like overwhelmingly positive. I've never had a bad customer interaction, which is miraculous in a retail job. Everyone really believes in the thrift store and the food bank's mission, which is really awesome. And everyone's been just super welcoming and nurturing, and everyone really, wants everyone else to succeed, which is an amazing environment to be in.
But even before she worked there, she knew how impactful the store could be.
It's kind of funny. I'm pretty sure the clothes I wore to my job interview I had bought here, and it was, I got a great deal. But I had come here not when they'd first opened because I was away, but I'd come here when they had kind of gotten up and running for a little while, and it was a really nice place.
While Taylor is already looking ahead at what might come next, opening for another evening perhaps, she is more than happy with what the store has accomplished so far, she said.
We started it last year as an experiment to try to raise money for the food bank, and it's been a wonderful experiment. We've had tremendous support from the community, both in donations and in buying stuff, and we're ready to celebrate our first year.
For CHMA, I'm Mike Robar.
I'm Clinton Davis with more CHMA news. Over the past several months, Tantramar Council has spent meeting after meeting wrestling with property assessments, emergency services, taxation, governance, the gas plant, internal investigations, municipal service volunteer complaints, and more. Now it's hoping other municipalities agree those challenges shouldn't be handled by local governments alone. In a special meeting held late last week, Tantramar Council approved 4 resolutions it hopes will eventually lead to changes at the provincial level. The resolutions will now be submitted to the Union of Municipalities of New Brunswick, or the UMNB. That's an organization that represents local governments across the province. Every year, municipalities can submit resolutions asking the organization to lobby the provincial government for legislative or policy changes. The ideas for the 4 resolutions didn't appear overnight. Many of them stemmed from discussions Council has been having over the past several months and years, including debates over property assessments, vacant land taxation, emergency service agreements, and the municipality's response to proposed industrial projects, including the potential Riggs Energy Atlantic gas-fired power plant. Rather than changing municipal policy, Council is asking whether some of these responsibilities should be handled differently or by someone else entirely. The clearest example is Council's request for the province to take over municipal code of conduct complaints. Jennifer Bourne is Tantramar's Chief Administrative Officer, and she explained why staff brought the resolution forward.
Part of the challenge that we're running into is that it is very difficult for council to police internally for code of conduct. So your ask as a council or the resolution to bring forward at the provincial level for advocacy is for UMNB to lobby the province and local governance commission to assume responsibility for code of conduct complaints involving municipal councillors.
As it stands, currently municipalities are responsible for investigating complaints involving members of their own councils. Tantramar Council now wants an independent provincial process and a standardized code of conduct that would apply all across New Brunswick. Council also approved 2 resolutions for the UMNB dealing with property assessments. Over the past year, councillors have repeatedly heard concerns from residents who questioned why similar homes can receive very different assessed values while municipalities set tax rates. Service New Brunswick determines the assessment those tax rates are applied to, and that has caused some confusion and upset between residents and municipalities, according to Council. They're now asking the province to strengthen oversight of residential assessments, while a separate resolution calls for additional verification of assessments on provincially owned or provincially funded properties. Municipal finances were the 4th focus of the resolution. Council wants the province to ensure municipalities receive the full value of federal payments in lieu of taxes. That's known as PILT. Those payments compensate municipalities for federal properties that don't pay traditional property taxes but still rely on local services. One prime example is the Dorchester Prison. Bowen said the change could make a meaningful difference.
If we received, 100% of our portion back to the municipality would certainly make a difference in our revenue sources.
Now, none of these proposals or resolutions changes provincial policy, of course. Instead, they'll first be reviewed by the Union of Municipalities of New Brunswick before potentially going before municipalities from across the province at the organization's annual meeting this fall. Councillor Alison Butcher explained that Tantramar's proposals are only the first step in that process and had it verified by Bourne after.
So when we send these on, they will look at them and perhaps give us some feedback about what viability they think it has. Sometimes it may end up being combined with another municipality that has a resolution that is similar to ours or connected. So we would be putting them forward for UMNB to consider bringing forward to the greater membership.
So whether the resolutions are ultimately adopted remains up to municipalities across New Brunswick, but together they represent the latest step in a broader conversation that's been unfolding at Tantramar Council over the past several months, where the responsibilities of municipal government end and where the province should play a larger role in overseeing, regulating, and funding the systems municipalities rely on. For CHMA News, I'm Clinton Davis.
Hi everyone, my name is Tammy, and you are listening to CHMA 106.9 FM in Sackville, New Brunswick.
And here's your CHMA Atlantic update. Police in Cape Breton are investigating the discovery of a body at a site of a previously unreported fire. Investigators say they were responding to a missing person report Friday evening when they discovered that a residence had been destroyed by fire on Beachmont Road in McAdams Lake. They later found a body on the property. The identity of the deceased was not released. A marine conservation group in Nova Scotia has confirmed multiple sightings of a killer whale near the Canso Causeway. The Marine Animal Response Society says such sightings are rare. The group says the solitary orca was spotted on the weekend and appears to be in good shape. As well, the nonprofit group is asking boaters to give the whale plenty of room, adding that federal rules require vessels to stay at least 100 meters away from any whales. A lottery ticket worth $1 million was sold in New Brunswick on the weekend. The Atlantic Lottery Corporation says the 649 ticket was sold in Carleton County on Saturday. They say more details will be released once the winner comes forward. Nova Scotia's Public Health Authority is offering an immunization clinic this weekend for Black people in the Halifax area. Nova Scotia Health says the clinic will take place during this year's Association of Nigerians in Nova Scotia Summer Barbecue in Africville Park. The agency says the objective is to offer Black and African Nova Scotians a place to receive immunizations and ask questions in a setting that's familiar and respectful. It will be offering free vaccines for shingles, chickenpox, measles, mumps, rubella, tetanus, and COVID-19. A new cultural center in New Brunswick has received a total of $750,000 from the federal and provincial governments. The money is for the new Place du Drapeau Acadien in St. Louis de Kent. Along with a giant Acadian flag, the site will feature a monument, an Acadian history interpretation center, and an outdoor stage with a natural amphitheater. As well, walking trails will be created to connect the sites. The federal government is handing $1.2 million in loans to 2 companies in the Halifax area. The Atlantic Canada Opportunities Agency says a $745,000 loan will be given to Dartmouth-based Site 2020 Incorporated, which makes automated traffic control equipment. The company plans to hire another 50 to 60 people. Meanwhile, Atlantica Mechanical Contractors Incorporated will get $456,000 to modernize its sheet metal fabrication facility. And that has been your CHMA Atlantic Update.
Hey, this is Jerry from Sackville, and you're listening to CHMA.
Hi, this is Harry Manx. You're listening to CHMA 106.9 FM, Voice of the Marshes.
And now for what's happening in your community. If you're looking for a fun evening event for the entire family, look no further. Coming at you this summer is Chocolate Bar Bingo, a great chance to get out of the house and, if you're lucky, win a sweet treat. One chocolate bar gets you 1 bingo card, but the more you bring, the more cards you get, up to 3. This event will be on July 28th from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. at the Tantramar Veterans Memorial Civic Center, specifically upstairs. No registration is required. This is Chocolate Bar Bingo on July 28th. If you're looking for a low-stakes community environment to enjoy some treats and warm beverages, then Nursing Home Without Walls Tantramar is excited to announce their weekly tea and talks. These events invite those 60 and up to visit Café Tantramar on 34 Mallard Drive for a calm, refreshing snack in the afternoon. Tea and talks are every Thursday and are currently running as of July 23rd. Outside and indoor seating are available for everyone who visits between 2:30 p.m. and 3:45 p.m. Join Tantramar ALC on July 30th at 9 p.m. under the stars for a movie in the park. Bring your blankets and lawn chairs and enjoy a free outdoor screening of 2024's Wicked, with popcorn provided. The first part of the film adaptation of the Broadway musical follows Elphaba and Glinda's time at Shiz University and the beginnings of their complicated friendship in Oz. This is a free event taking place at the Bill Johnston Memorial Park on July 30th at 9 p.m. Bring your family and friends to Bill Johnston Memorial Park on Monday, August 3rd from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. for an afternoon of community fun and celebration. New Brunswick Day will be celebrated in Tantramar with a variety of activities and treats, including shaved ice, mini donuts, community barbecue, a dunk tank, live music, and so much more. Whether you're stopping by for lunch, enjoying the live entertainment, or taking part in the activities, there's something for everyone to enjoy. Once again, this is on August 3rd from 1 to 3 p.m. at the Bill Johnston Memorial Park. Don't miss out on celebrating New Brunswick Day. And that's what's happening in your community.
And that was your CHMA News. Please visit www.chmafm.com for more news and to sign up for our email newsletter. Funding is provided by our monthly sustainers, the Community Radio Fund of Canada, and the Municipality of Tantramar's Community Development Grant. If you have a story idea or would like to include an announcement, please write us at news@chmafm.com.
Do you like movies but don't know what to watch? Hi, my name's Angie.
And I'm Kiara, and we're the hosts of Let's Be Honest.
We really are.
Each week, we're going to watch and review a new movie. If you're a movie buff like us, tune in at 6 p.m. on Mondays.
And we'll give you our best dad jokes.
Dad jokes?
Duh. Kiara?
Yes, Angie?
I made a movie about farm life, but the film quality was too grainy, and the plot was very corny.
Okay.
Whether you're heading to work, getting off a shift, or just waking up in the morning, you are listening to CHMA 106.9 FM in Sackville, New Brunswick, Voice of the Marshes. I'm Maya Noel, and this is the Late Morning Show. Today is Tuesday, July 28th. I hope you guys are having a great morning so far. We are going to go ahead and jump right into music. First up is Alaskan Tapes with We Move Slightly Forward, and then we're also going to hear from Sons of Sevilla with Forever Heaven. Thank you so much as always for tuning in and enjoy. You just heard Sons of Sevilla with Forever Heaven on CHMA 106.9 FM in Sackville, New Brunswick, Voice of the Marshes. I'm Maya, and this is the Late Morning Show, and we also heard We Move Slightly Forward by Alaskan Tapes. Next up, we're going to hear from Silvana Estrada and Pablo with Antes de Ti, as well as Arabasca with Kundela Mawedi. Let's get into it.
No te acuerdes, no te acuerdes, no te acuerdes, por favor, de que hace un tiempo, hubo un tiempo que vivías sin mi amor y tenías el pelo rosa y un novio de Nueva York. Y tropezabas muy pocas veces, y si lo hiciste nadie lo vio, porque antes de ti era todo problemas. Una taza con el mango a punto de caer, un cajón que no cierra, un mechero mojado, un aplauso mal dado en medio de la función. Yo que no tenía nada, igual te lo di, vale madres la vida antes de ti. Y si te acuerdas que sea solo de la gotera de tu habitación y esa borrachera en Ciudad de México con la guardia baja del corazón y las dos odias mentiras que quizá llegué a decir para subir mi apuesta y no te dieras cuenta de que antes de ti yo era todo problemas. Una taza con el mango a punto de caer, un cajón que no cierra, un mechero mojado, un aplauso mal dado en medio de la función. Yo que no tenía nada, igual te lo di, vale madres la vida antes de ti.